Okay, so before we begin book 2 of Magium, I just wanted to show you the drawing that I talked about in 56th part of Magium book 1, the ideal playthrough, and here it is. So this is what I was talking about when I said the structure of the city. So let's say that royalty is like here, and let's say the upper middle class to the middle class is like around here, you know. Excuse my, I've never tried to write with this fucking thing. I'm writing with the mouse, by the way. So they are here, like the merchants and shit are in this area. So now if let's say all the like the poor people in slums are in these areas, like right around here, so let's say like the neighboring royalty has to come in, they will have to go through the slums to get here. If let's say a merchant was to come in, they will have to go through the slums to get to the second ring. If let's say someone, just tourists are coming from another city, you know, tourists, so they will probably go through the slums because that's kind of cool to them maybe, but more than likely they're going to be living in this area. They will have to go through the slums. And also the royalty, when they come out, they will have to go through the slums, and which is going to jeopardize their security because there's probably going to be a bunch of people. This is probably the best place to assassinate royalty and get out of here, considering how fucking this like completely you know, unorganized this area would be. So what I was suggesting was this instead. So this is more likely how the city should look like. This is leveled, by the way. I'm not an artist, so I cannot draw levels here, but just think that this is like a raised platform a little bit above the rest of the city, and this is another raised platform which is again above the rest of the city a little bit more. So in this situation, if all the slums are isolated in this area, right, there's still gates here for people to go in and out probably. You know, they wouldn't like, it's like I'm drawing 4 gates. There are probably like a billion gates around the place, small and big depending. But in this situation, the middle class and the merchants and whatnot can remain in this ring, and at the same time the royalty can remain in this ring. So whenever they have to go out, they can just go out straight through here instead of having to go through the slums area. Similar for the merchants, they'll probably enter the royalty area. There's probably going to be like a separate ring, or maybe this ring itself connects someplace to this, or maybe this ring just has a gate of its own at some place, so they can just go straight out. So this way diplomats from other states will also be able to enter right through here, or if they want the right to this special gate for the royalty. And obviously I'm not even counting the like the proper like the secret gate they have to like lead them outside of the town city itself in case of an attack. But in this situation, that way the royalty won't have to go through the shitty part of the kingdom, if that's the case. Like, you know, even if you go to another country, you usually land at the airport, and right, so you go from airport to the hotel. You don't necessarily go for like airport to the slums and then you go from slums to the hotel, you know. So that's how it functions, and that's what I was trying to say. And let's move on with our Magium book 2.